this is the right one. Yep. Okay, gotta go back to game mode. Or is it natural? No, that's not gonna work. Okay, that's definitely not gonna work. Okay, let's go to game. There we go. Let's see if that works. That's right, I remember I was, my last session, I didn't unload, I just recycled and went did my appointment, and then came back, went back to bed. I slept for like 4 or 5 hours. I'm probably gonna go back to bed after this just to catch a few more hours of sleep. I am just wiped out, and I'm still sick. That's why my caregiver's saying, well, that's because you run down and everything. It's like you're trying to do a million things at once. I'm like, well, yeah. You ever had a whole laundry list, Christmas list, grocery list of things you had to do? Everything from taking the kids to daycare to getting some groceries at, let's say, Walmart or Winco or Costco or Publix or whatever grocery store chain you're dealing with. Yeah, moms and dads did this all the time. My parents were the same. And it's like, even if I'm, 52 almost, and I'm in home care, still acting the same way as I did. Wait. Didn't I just... I thought I unloaded and recycled. Oh, I probably didn't do either. Well, that's okay. I'll just take care of the ones that I can't recycle, like this one medium fuel cell. It's kind of weird. You can collect as many small fuel cells as you can get, but the medium and large ones, they come in such small quantities. Okay, it's like, yes, thank you for doing that to me. It's like, you guys tease me with only small amounts, so it takes me a little bit longer to grind for all the good stuff. I mean, for the fuel cells, for example, and, I have to hopefully hit the 10 mark so I can recycle the whole entire batch at once. Because 9 kind of doesn't like do it, You can't even do it with 5, you have to have 10. So it's like I got 17 medium fuel cells, I can only recycle 10 of those things. And it's like, oh. Yeah. So I don't know I don't know what I'm doing today for this session. I'm probably gonna go find some fun, get into some trouble. That little glitch with my previous session, the one that didn't last a minute, was the one before that, the 1 hour 45 minute. Yeah, that was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. Okay, so I put a radio in the middle of the Phoenix outpost or whatever it was to investigate it, and for some reason when I first came out, it was active. All the doggos came out first. I led them all the way down the field. That's fun with all those harvesters, Polaris, and one tank, right? Okay, so then after I assumed everything was going to be done, okay, and this is the weird part. Okay, the fact is that the whole entire outpost was completely bare, just the standing walls, and that was it. And the side mission thing was still there on the screen, but there was nothing that I could do. It was like it was completely glitched. So it's like someone just came in and scooped out everything and then left the surrounding superstructure. And I'm like, okay, this is gonna get kind of weird. So then I decided, okay, I'm gonna stick a radio here. Okay, well actually I don't think I stuck the radio until after, because when I came back out, all those hunters showed up. 7 at a time, I guess, give or take. And I'm going, oh, I'm going to be in the middle of a pickle fight. So I take care of those guys. I went into the Phoenix base to investigate it. And still nothing there. So I dropped I picked up my doggo, dropped a radio, then beamed back to the Annie 182 air base, And then as soon as I ported back in, I ported back out to the to the to the base, and that's when the game decided to go into that little tape deck spinny thing that you know, which means that the game was basically looped or stuck or frozen. So there wasn't anything I could do at that point. I had to push the PlayStation button and get myself out of there, and then close the application. But of course, my game data, save data, was already saved, so I wasn't having any issues on that front. But it was just so freaking bizarre. It was like, okay, I didn't mean to do that, but I'm sorry anyways, and here's my consolation prize. And I'm sitting there going, really? So that was a bit on the weird side. I mean, that was on the weird side, because it was like, you know, in the past, okay, just saying, for example, when you had this loading thing with the tape deck, whatever you want to call those things, I can't remember, because it's been a long time since I had an actual. I mean, I still have my cassettes from years ago, 20 years ago, and they still work. But you know, when you got that spinny thing going, the cog wheels, the cassette wheels, whatever you want to call them. In the past, when the game was still active and live with the devs, before Avalanche disbanded its own team. Oh, should I? Yes, I should. Boy. Well, since I can't really spot the Firebird, but maybe I'll hit. What I'll do is after I finish looting this area, I'm gonna go ahead and head over to NA-118 Air Base. I think the thing's engaged with something, which is fine by me. Keeps that thing. Keeps that thing's attention occupied. But yeah, so anyway, the glitch problem with the loading screen was that the game was crashing, I guess. You know, I'm gonna do something completely dumb and stupid here. If that's where it is, I'm gonna travel all the way to 118, see if I can double back and nail it from the other side, because the safe house I was at previously would normally lead me to the second safe house, but I got turned around, so I couldn't exactly find it, you know. So usually that means that the action's done on the other side of the road, which is good enough for me, because then I can certainly use some fun and games. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Stop tracking, because I don't really need it, because I've already moved the area a little bit. Okay, everything's good. Well, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, you see, I was right. You see, the Firebird's a lot closer here. I believe. Oh, it sounds like it's a Apocalypse class tank. Where the hell is this guy? By the time I faced up with 5 of these things. Oh, there he is. I see him. Good. I can piss it off. Come on, dude. Bring your tubby ass over here. Oh yeah, it's hurting me alright. Confused. It's glitched because it can't figure out. Shit. Okay, it's almost destroyed. Oh, that was stupid. Shit, missed by 6, about a couple inches. Yeah. Bring it up again. Can't really hit these things. I love when I flew away like that. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Yeah, I hear another firebird. Could be the same one. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna leave my stuff here for a moment and go track down whatever that is. Yeah, that doesn't sound normal. That sounds way worse. So I'm counting at least 3 firebirds in the area, minimum. Judging by the sounds. There's one over on the right side. There's one on the left. Oh. And I realize there's one rival around here. There he is. Well, whatever, it's just I was attracted. Yeah, that wasn't cool. Never thought I'd hear the beautiful, sweet sound of a firebird. Like I said, there's another one. I just gotta locate it. Fucking hell. Well, that doesn't... If that's not going to scratch that off my Christmas wish list, I don't know what will. Yeah, I see it. Oh yeah, look at the fire anyway. Oh, there we go. I think I'll take out some of that small fry. Just because. No, I didn't realize this, but that guy just took out the tractor back. Got a legendary Mauser. Hello. Oh, I see. Why am I still in combat? Oh, I see the problem. $10 says that's a harvest stuff. Nope. Stuck. Good shot for me. Oh, hell no. Something just pegged my ass. So what exactly just tried to play laser tag with me earlier? My bet is it's on the bottom of this ravine somewhere. Close enough to the... I know exactly what that sound is. That's the sound of some heavy-duty pain and suffering. So I'm going to head back up to the campsite again after this. I'm going to go locate whatever it was that tried to just put a hole through me. Because whatever it was definitely not normal ammunition. It looked like it was standard flame or... $10 says it was an Apocalypse class harvester, and I just happened to get 2 hits. Get it. Oh, I see it. think I'm gonna do something really dumb and stupid here. That didn't do nothing. I just wasted a round. What? Well, it's not like I saw this coming. That's the Apocalypse class tank. That's probably what was pegging my ass earlier. But how the hell did it get all the way from over there to over here? Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Yep, I hear it. Go towards the sound. I think it's down in that area. Okay. Sounds are located up this way. Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's heavily wooded area. Everything gets thrown off. The sound and direction, you can't really tell which direction is coming from where. But technically, they're up in this area. So I just have to follow the sounds. Yep, I'm getting closer. This is the bad area. This is the very bad area. Yeah, I'm betting it's in this. Oh, this is extremely odd. Why don't I just bypass a apocalypse class tank entirely? Let's see. Ah, he's a level 3. That's what it was. That's what it was. Oh, shit. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun. Wait, it killed the other rival? Hey, I never seen that before. Hmm. Yeah, this place is always bad news. This area in particular? Oh yeah, hell no. I'm gonna head back. See, everything's inside, so I don't have to worry about being stuck out in the open. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back here. You notice that the containers are completely gone, so is the Firebird. Where am I gonna go? That's getting easy accessible. This one. I'm just looking for a quick, easy. I know the other, the underground shelter sit area has also has a recycling station, but I'm just picking a closer one. But also Overby Air Base has one as well, so. $218 pounds of loot, 5 pounds of resources. This is gonna be fun. I wonder how much. Now that legendary Mauser is extremely difficult to find. Whoops. Think of it how to spell legendary. My phone was trying to spell kegendary. Keg. It's like, yeah, kegger party. I gotta go put my Humera away. I'll skip for a little bit, so it's not like I'm gonna... It's on ice, technically. I mean, they come in refrigerated ice packs. I gotta put some fresh ice bottles in Angelo's water dish. Oh my god. Yeah. I can't believe it. There was 2 rivals in the same area, and the enemy took out the other rival. Oh, that was the first time I've ever seen that happen. I'm like, why is this thing down? Oh my god, they killed it. It's probably where that level 3 Polaris picked up its experience points is from killing that level 1 rival hunter military class. Okay, well, that works for me too. I don't have to spend excess ammunition on fighting, but I wish I could have found where that Apocalypse class tank disappeared to. I just can't. You know, it's kind of hard to home in on these things because they don't really. The sounds they make are completely different from normal tanks, but their location is so well camouflaged in terms of sound. Depending on which area you're in, it bounces everything off, so it distorts everything. Oops. Oh, never mind. I pulled out the microphone headset at the jack out by accident, thinking, because I thought it was connected to the power charging cord. Yeah, you can tell them on the ball today. I'm chewing on some of those Robin Easter eggs. Those, you know, the malt ball ones. Ones that make your teeth hurt. I mean, literally and figuratively. And if you're diabetic, it jacks up your sugar levels to legendary proportions. But since I don't eat that much, I laid off mostly sugar and junk food for a long time. So every now and then I'll get, you know, craving. Or I'll get something for the food bank. I'm like, yes. Well, no, I spelled it right. Sometimes you get a legendary item and then the game glitches, and then you're left with a 3 or 4 star item of the same one. You did that to me a couple of times. I'm not getting pissed. There was one time me and my gaming buddy were playing over at Overby Air Base, and I won a really rare PVG 90 Legendary Extended Mag. Well, suddenly for some reason the game crashed after that. Well, you know, because the frame rate drop went nuts. So the game data obviously saved. I mean, you know, from the last time where you were playing. So I restarted. He restarted. I invited him over. We started gaming, and I looked in my inventory list of my character, and instead of a legendary PVG 90, they gave me a 3-star version, the same one, and I'm like, it demoted the attachment from legendary all the way down to 3-star, and I'm just like, you piece of deep. Oh, I was pissed. You know, it's like and it's the way the game goes. The game thing cheats sometimes. It's like when you try to play Battle Chess 3000 or Chess Master, for those of you who don't know what those games are like. But the computer would always cheat. Or Peg Out, which is basically a cribbage game. And every time you skunked the computer, it would come back and whoop your ass. Cheating in the most worst possible way. Getting all the good runs, you know, flushes and everything that in the kitty, it's like, you giving me. And so by the time it finishes, it's up to 121. I'm like, I only got 55. I'm like, you fucking. I'm like, you know. Because these things cheat like hell. Even on some of the later games. I wouldn't say Mahjong actually cheats, because Mahjong is a really cool game to play. I'm not talking the physical version, I'm talking the computer versions. Like you get when you get a new computer, assuming you have Mahjong still on your new system, your new computer, like you had over the years. Well, the computer, this type of game never cheats, but it gets extremely difficult and more fun as you advance up the levels. And it takes a long while to figure out where all the tiles are, and you have to match them up exactly because they're all almost the same, you know, different patterns, different characters, you know, things like that. And so it takes a while for you to figure out where all the good, you know, all the tiles are, and try to get you know, try to wipe out the board. And so it's like Qbert, for example, or Tetris, or any other block building type of game, or Dr. Mario, for example. You guys probably never remember that one. But yeah, and it gets harder. Mahjong gets harder and harder as it goes. It's like, oh hell. So, oh God. So I'm just doing that. But some other games I played, like MechWarrior 2 on the PC, which was years ago, by the way, early 2000s, give or take. And we're talking, you know, when the PCs weren't pistol computers back then. Had less than a 500 megabyte hard drive and a 75 megahertz RAM speed, give or take. It had the, what was it, the what would you call it, 108 kilobyte internet connection speed. I can't remember the exact number, but you had dial-up internet back in those days. Trust me, it was so bad. You couldn't. It wasn't the fact you couldn't use dial-up. It was the fact that you could only use it during certain times of the week. Okay? And especially Friday nights, all the dial-up, everybody's using it, and it blitzes out your connection completely. So you have to wait. And of course, if you ever had to dial up through AOL, you know, the disk and everything, boot up from there, or Netscape or some other internet provider disk or whatever, because back in those days, CD-ROM versions were pretty funny, and log into AOL, they go to one of the Excite rooms, GeoCities, that sort of fun stuff. Yeah. Way before some of you guys were even born. I mean, or after, you know. But none of you are old enough to remember that. Because by the time that happened, you probably were around the age between 10 and 12, give or take. Maybe you do remember. If you had any actual, you know, you could actually remember that kind of stuff. But guys like me, born in the mid-70s, we saw it all, man. I mean, everything. Everything you see on the old commercials from the 80s and everything, those were actually real. Okay? You actually had, those things did exist. And it was just, it was part of my, my generation. And you had all the cool cartoons and, you know, everything else. And it was just like killer, you know. We saw the Super Nintendo era emerge, the Sega Genesis, the Neo Geo, Sega Bit 16 system. Oh, something's out here. Aha. Does he have any friends? There, I see him. Okay, he's... Looks like he's already engaged in some kind of battle or something. Or maybe I was. That's possible. Hey, good morning, Sparky. Sorry about a face full of dual purpose rounds this morning, but, you know. Delivering them special delivery, special mail, air mail, UPS, FedEx. Oh, I see what's going on. I attracted the doggo. That's what was pissing me off. Yeah, eat my food. One combat, nice. Australia, American region, farmland region. Yeah, in that area. Yeah, I know where that thing's at. They're sitting right in the same area as Little Ham. Little Ham. as we call it. Well, I know that's not me. Okay. Okay, so they're still not bringing up the doggo, because this area is always the fun one. You just gotta have some fun, you know. I mean, it's just common sense. You know, you just pick your favorite areas in the game and you just go ham city on anything that's just moving within 5 or 6 miles of the intended target, and you're just like going, I'm picking up some extra supplies because you never know. I mean, seriously. I'm in combat. Whoops, this guy. Come on, dude. My dog will keep him busy for about 3 seconds while he... Let's see, what am I facing? I am facing a harvester. Oh, here we go. Good morning, Cupcake. Let's see if I can bring you over to my side. Okay, obviously that's fun. Looks like there's a firefight over there. Option button. Stuff here. I don't have to carry too much. done 9 points on my life points. Well, that was nuts. Seriously, how crazy does that have to be? You just have all that happening to you and still surviving somehow. It's like, hello? That's the reason why having a companion is essential, because otherwise you get smacked around on all sides and it's like, crap. You know? Sure, I have everything. I'm just double timing around so I don't have to, I'm not going to miss a thing. Is that one of them? No. This is definitely dead. Okay, so now we're going to head back over here. This guy's pretty much fried chicken already. He isn't dead already. Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, hello. Oh, this is gonna get so much fun. My doggo's at almost full strength, so let's see which one do I want to take out first. Yeah, I know. Can't spawn in my dog. It's not that I don't mind. It's just that I'm not exactly thrilled with having my ass mushed from 16 different directions. Oh, the tank got destroyed. Oh yeah. Something's still in the area. Like that, huh? Man, my thumb's going numb. I'm gonna make some chicken later. I'm trying to consolidate my frozen strawberries and blueberries last night. And somehow I ended up leaving a package of chicken out for 2 hours. Now, considering the fact that it's almost winter here and things are pretty frozen as it is, 2 hours in that back bedroom. The secondary bedroom was an icebox anyway, so it didn't really have a chance to de-thaw, you know, in that context. So, I'm picking my doggo here. Little turbo mutt. Yeah, it's kind of my... Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Where is it? It's darkness. Pick up my stuff from here. Nope, don't want to go there. I almost ended up in the wrong one. There we go. I want YouTube Premium. Are you absolutely bananas? If people are paying $200 for a yearly subscription for their smart beds to stay connected to the internet, why would I want a subscription to YouTube Premium? I mean, come on, guys. I'm not made of money here. I've got, unless I'm rich and, you know, $50 billion in the kitty, you know, in the bank. I'm like, hell yeah, let's just subscribe my stuff to death until the end of time, and then I'll still have more than enough money left over. No. You know, sometimes you just have to realize that, you know, you have to parlay what you have for bills and your basic needs every month, regardless of what you want. And a lot of these services like HBO Max is just jacking up their subscription rates again, in case you guys didn't know. They just did it today. Cost of technology and overhead. No, if HBO Max has been around since the 70s or early 80s, it definitely doesn't have a shortage of money. They're just freaking greedy as hell. You know, that's all they are. They're saying, oh, we're going to nickel and dime all the American consumers and everyone else around the world. Which I can understand the business model from that sense. But, you know, when you're going to continue to jack up your prices and your everything, and it's just, you know, eventually you're just not going to be able to afford anything, and that's just how it is. And you just can't go, oh, you know what? So another $3 or $4 more increase in your HBO Max subscription is going to be a lot of money to part with. That's why I never got any subscriptions, to say the least, because why would I need it? I don't watch streaming much these days. I mean, I used to in the beginning when my caregiver said, oh, you got Amazon streaming, why don't you put it to good use? I'm like, okay, sure. So I'm watching the entire Teen Titans series, the animated series, and I'm like, okay. And I tried watching a few others, and you know, after a while, just things got kind of like died down, crazy down, you know. And so I don't really watch streaming. I mean, I do have Amazon Prime and everything, but I only use it to keep myself from getting double dipped by, you know, when I buy online, because I don't have that kind of money. That's why I couldn't get the original Old Republic, Star Wars Old Republic game on the PS4, because I didn't realize what Amazon was doing back then. But it's not Amazon's fault, you know. They just, you know, when you don't have Prime is to make it so they can't take extra money out of your account or off your credit card or whatever you're using. The Prime is just able to cut the cost of what you're purchasing. Let's say you're buying a $40 rice steamer, for example. So instead of $40 without Prime, you'd be paying like $80 total because they charge you twice for the same item. So when you're budgeting for only $40, they're actually mailing you for 80. And that's usually how that worked, and that's what I realized when I got my PS4 for the first time. And then I discovered, you know, Amazon Prime does make a kind of sense. So I was like, hey, $16 a month, not a problem. And then last month or this month, I went to let's see, what was it? I have a subscription for Walmart Plus. You know, I've been doing this for a while, and of course I budgeted everything accordingly. And then when I realized I had $20 extra, I'm trying to figure out, why do I have $20 extra in my account? So I checked my subscription to Amazon, it cleared, everything's fine, my phone bill's paid, everything else is paid. And then I went to my Walmart Plus and I realized it wasn't active. And I'm going, huh? So I did get the usual email saying that they couldn't process the charges. I have to wait a couple more days because I didn't have my money until the Christmas. You know, Social Security's like that. So, and then I check, and then I discover it's like about 3 days after, like the 4th or 5th of this month, and I find out my old deactivated debit card was actually in place of my my new one. And I'm like, never mind. I'll just leave it as is. Because why fight it? Why fight the system? Oh, I'll eventually up my subscription when I need to use Walmart again. But for right now, I'm just, oh my god, I'm gonna head over here so I can do my thing. So, you know, it's just some of the things I've been scatterbrained lately. It's okay, it's fine, it doesn't really matter. People think that, you know, I'm keeping the N60 extended magazine legendary, of course. Somebody might need it. Won't be me. I still haven't even figured out how to play with that one. I'm barely able to figure out the HP5, which is pretty cool actually. A little bit, it takes some getting used to, but it is pretty cool. It doesn't have as much hitting power as the regular weaponry, but it does save your bacon when you're like trapped between, you know, surrounded on all sides and you can't really get a clear shot. So you just hit a targeting receptacle on the enemy and just hose everything down as quickly as possible. And it's like, booyah, baby! It's hammer time. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that one. Oh, right. I gotta drop my, wow, dude, I get a lot of stuff today. Okay, Iron Condor. Well, I got too many of them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I got so many Iron Condors, you could condor yourself into oblivion with James Bond. And I will keep the minigun, the legendary Mauser, the legendary minigun. I don't need that, I don't need that. Let's take the Rack 12. So, I mean, anyone who needs a legendary minigun, because technically, the minigun isn't really a normal drop. It's kind of like, you know, you get all the lower star ones. Legendaries are, you gotta just hit it at the right moment. But the more enemies you engage, like multiple enemies, like I've been doing as of late, oh boy, I hate it when it happens. You chew on those robin eggs and you get a piece of the shell stuck in the back of your throat and you can't get rid of it, and it's literally stuck. You have to drink a ton of water just to dislodge it. Same with eating dry roasted peanuts or salted peanuts, the Hamilton Farms. Same thing. Or popcorn. Or anything that goes down dry. You're like, like a really good chocolate muffin, and you're like, it's like you're trying to swallow the whole thing, like a Garfield, and it's like, no, not gonna work. Ugh. Of course, I'm a glutton for punishment anyway, so. Oh. Just remember not to hit the square button when you're unloading into your storage box. Kind of like bad. Because you see, it depends on which one you're using, which your icon on your screen. The backpack, weapons, ammo, special, attachments. You know, if you hit the square button on any of those, you'll be fine. You hit it on your backpack, everything goes in. But it also depends on how much weight you have. Like right now, I'm getting close to the maximum, and I got 80 pounds in my person and only 69 in my storage. Yeah, it won't drop kick everything in the storage because there's not enough weight. It'd be 1510 or 1500. It'd be a different story. Then I'd be hosed. Kibble. This isn't kibble. I swear to God, sometimes Android iPhones are a blessing and a curse at the same time. Of course, my fingers are bigger than the keypad. Let's see, about 40 minutes ago. Did I learn how to spell the? Like, well, at least they're not equal opportunists when it comes to taking each other out. But that was weird. Level 3 rival Polaris taking out a level 1 military class hunter. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it was doing. Because there's no, I mean, you'd think that the rivals would have some kind of code of ethics or whatever, that one says that they can't attack each other. And then I realized this whole game's been turned to a free-for-all for the machines, obviously, because how are you going to reach rival status if you're not nailing each other silly, you know? So I figured that, you know, rivals versus rivals was kind of off limits, because every time I'd come across 3 in 1, like say a Firebird and a Hunter rival, and also, let's just say, a Harvester rival or Tank rival, none of them would actually engage each other. Probably because they're at the same level, so their strength differences wouldn't really be that big of it, wouldn't change much. So they'd be hovering around and doing their usual thing. I mean, just standing there like a dumb shit. And I'm going, oh, okay. But I guess when you're level 3 and your rival literally is a level 1, hey, it's free game. You know? Okay. Now I understand how that works. Nearly finished with the robin eggs. You good? Don't know what I'm gonna do. Just gonna have to go find something to eat later. Oh, well, she missed you. That's how Angelo is. Angelo's been very clingy to me lately. I think it's because he knows I'm in a lot of pain. I'm not doing so well. I'm sick. Of course, he is a little jolted because Sylvia's been loving up against me like gangbusters. I mean, she's such a sweet cat. She's a long-haired tabby with. She looks like the cat from Sylvester, the cartoon cat. Literally, her face is like that. And so she's got the biggest mittens ever. I mean, she's a polydactyl, okay? And I'm telling you, this cat has some huge paws. So Angela's feeling kind of jolted, like I'm paying more attention to her than him. I'm like, my cat is so spoiled. I mean, this cat literally is the spoiledest cat in the world. Like Garfield, but 100 times spoiled, okay? It wouldn't, you know, and he knows he's loved. He spent every moment with me up to the time he was 8 weeks old to 11 years old right now with me. He's always been with me. And so he's never left my side. He's never been neglected or left without anything. You know, he's always been the most loved cat in the world. So Sylvia, of course. I think long-haired tabbies are naturally more affectionate than most breeds of cats. I could be wrong, but this is my first experience, and I haven't had too many cats that act like her. So it's like, oh, okay. Ancient Aliens, the old TV series. Wow. Let's see. Well, I think that's pretty funny because I kept telling people 60% of Americans are obese, and wait. Okay, here we go. Come on. Okay, I think I got everything except for that. Where? Where is that one? Okay, I think I got everything. Yep. Alright then. Let's see what else I can stir up in terms of trouble. Well, you fuck around and find out. Okay, I gotta look, let me see. No. Jesus Christ, how the fuck did I not find it? I'm gonna have to give me a second here. I'm looking for something on Facebook that I was looking for, and I took a screenshot, and it just basically blew up in my face, leaving me to find out that No, it's just a cute little thing. Don't fit. Trump's canceling the Gateway project. It's one of the largest and longest awaited transportation projects in modern U.S. history. But he's just doing it because he's pissed at Schumer and everybody else. Okay, let's see. This thing. Let's see, it says, like I said, America is 60% obese, and apparently the ICE agents are having problems because they can't even do simple push-ups. New recruits are failing the fitness test and modest challenge that requires up to 15 push-ups, 32 sit-ups, and a 1.5-mile run in 14 minutes. I can tell you right now, that was even harder for me when I was 14 or 15 and when I was in peak condition. Okay, it is not easy to do. You have to literally run a 1.5-mile run in 14 minutes. Somehow I got it down to 12. But it's not an easy thing to do. For a group tasked with tackling suspects and chasing people through parking lots, this should be the bare minimum. Instead, it's become the breaking point. It's one of the career officials told reporters, admitting that the entire classes of recruits are flunking what used to be routine. Because of Trump's standards have been lowered, training time has been slashed from 4 months to 8 weeks, which is even worse. And corners are being cut in the name of speed. The result, a law enforcement agency that is expanding faster than is qualifying its agents to serve. In an internal email, ICE officials complained about a considerable amount of athletically allergic candidates who lied about their physical fitness and applications. Of course they would. So, because Trump's toughened immigration force is so desperate for numbers that it's hiring people who can't even run a mile. That's great. It gets worse. While untrained rookies are collapsing on a track, the Trump administration allowed retirees and outside law enforcement officers to skip the test entirely by self-certifying their fitness. Translation is if they say they're in good shape, that's good enough for ICE. Oh, good, because now we can just pretend, hey, I'm a pilot. I just self-certified myself to fly. And I'm going, okay. So, maybe like that, or certify yourself as being an astronaut or a Navy fighter pilot, F-35 strike fighter. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, let's see. ICE is also running out of equipment, guns, and even bathrooms to combat the influx of new hires. Some field officers are splitting cubicles to make room for recruits who can't perform basic duties. Others are being told to send unfit recruits home to wait for termination letters while they sit behind desks doing make-work tasks. Oh, okay. Well, that's basically saying, well, you're stuck behind a desk. We're just going to give you a couple of things to do. Just keep yourself occupied for the next 5 hours and just pretend you're working. Basically what you do when you're in an office job. Just pretend you're doing something, we'll pay you for it. I have been in that situation myself plenty of times. Okay? Let's see. So a lot of the veteran officials are warning that unfit and undertrained officers are being rushed into positions of authority with little knowledge of immigration law or constitutional limits on search and seizure. Of course not. Who isn't surprised by this? I mean, everyone who's looking outside in America are horrified by what's going on with ICE. This isn't the way we're supposed to do things. And Trump's doing this because he wants to perform for the cameras. He doesn't care about what's going on. He's obsessed with optics over outcomes. He wants big numbers, big uniforms, and big headlines, regardless of whether his new officers can actually do the job. And so basically, we just gave $75 billion to this agency built on lies, laziness, and large standards. And if they can't pass a fitness test, can't follow the law, and can't even find enough parking space, and as a result, his deportation dream is collapsing under the weight of its own hypocrisy and apparently a few too many donuts. For a man who loves to brag about strength, Schultz's deportation dream is looking weaker by the day. Oh, yeah. I can understand that because Homer Simpson had a similar situation. I don't know if you guys remember that one episode where he's in a moo-moo. He has to stay home because he's disabled. He's on disability because he's too big, you know. So he sits at home and he's he operates he's at the Springfield nuclear power plant, okay, and so he's monitoring the consoles and everything else, making sure the reactor doesn't blow. Well, since he can no longer work because he's on disability, what do you call it, LNI, injury disability, whatever it is. But anyway, he sits there and they set up a computer for him, and every morning he has to clock in at 8 o'clock in the morning and push one single button, and it'll say yes or no, and he says yes, yes, yes all damn day. And then when he thinks he's done, everything's fine. And then I think later on in the episode, I think he fucks up somehow, and the reactor is close to meltdown, and he's smashing the keyboard, going, "Come on, work, 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 work! Come on, why aren't you working? Oh my God!" Like he's panicking and everything. I think he does something super heroic towards the end. Goes back to his normal self and saves the nuclear plant from blowing up. Of course, numerous times over the series, since I believe it came out in 88 or 89. The Springfield nuclear plant has at least blown its top at least a dozen times or more. Sometimes during the Halloween specials, it's hilarious. And of course, when Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin were facing off each other, and that crossover was crazy. I mean, just nuts. I was just dying because I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And so they had, they did that one, and then of course, they did various games, various alternate realities, various. I love the fact they did the Halloween specials. I mean, this is where Matt Groening would always go nuts, and I mean, there would be nothing to be. This guy was not restrained during the Halloween, during this holiday season, especially during Thanksgiving and Christmas episodes. But Halloween was where he shined the most because he could do all kinds of crazy stuff and get away with it. Okay, I mean, he had all kinds of famous celebrities from William Shatner to Leonard Nimoy to everybody that you could imagine. Okay, but when it comes to Halloween, he cuts loose. There's no restraints, so you don't know exactly what you're going to be watching until you see the opening credits to the House of Horrors, whatever it is that they have, and a lot of it's pretty damn disturbing. It's like watching Itchy and Scratchy, those little cartoon segments that they have in the show, and it's funny as shit. And so it's like, but when they did the crossover between Family Guy and The Simpsons, I was laughing my butt off because I didn't think that was something they could actually do, but apparently Seth MacFarlane and Matt Groening got together and decided, let's try a little collaboration. Let's go ahead and do a Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin style SmackDown. So I'm sitting there watching it. I don't know what season it was on, and I'm just watching this, and I'm laughing my ass off because I couldn't believe how crazy and funny it was, and it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm sitting there I couldn't believe it, and and it's like they literally did all kinds of crazy stuff. And of course the one where Stewie, actually that was during the Simpsons crossover. Stewie gets even with Nelson and just gives him, he goes, do you like to, he goes, he did something with him, I can't forget what he did. He stuffed a gag ball in his mouth, and Stewie was just enjoying every second of it. And I'm thinking, this is what I've been waiting for 34 years, people. I wanted Nelson to get his comeuppance, and I was just, come on, and it's like, it's like, I'm like, okay. You know, I was just cracking up. And of course, what was it? He did something else, I guess. I know he murdered one of the characters. I'm not entirely sure if it was Homer. No, it wasn't Homer. It was Bert Simpson or somebody. But I was just dying over here. I was just laughing my butt off because I'm thinking this is the greatest thing since sliced bread was invented. And it's surprisingly it was a good crossover. And but I haven't seen the Star Wars ones yet, but I heard they're pretty good too. So it's doing pretty good. So, hey Grim Reaper, sorry about rambling on. I don't know how to work this the comment section, so you're gonna have to just bear with me on this. Let's see if there's anything down here. Okay, I see a Polaris. Okay, something's got. Okay, I see what's going on. I'm not gonna try and attempt it. Unless these little shits decide to come up on top of the rock. I love it. Dude, you're trailing smoke and debris behind your butt. Get a band-aid on that thing. Buddy's like going, nah, just keep going, man. I got your sticks. I got your back, dude. Kind of like the way the fact that they smoke. And it looks like they're heading towards... Yeah, sometimes you just have to look at these things and just, you know. Okay, he's staying still. Okay, no, now he's moving forward. Sometimes they'll leave their wounded behind. I've seen it a couple of times. You know, it's kind of interesting. I don't think I was paying attention. The guy that was smoking just vanished. Well, that was interesting. Let's see what this one's at. Okay, it's level 4. I'm gonna go have some fun. It's time to go crazy on this thing. Just in case. I see him. He's right in the distance. I'm gonna take out this tank. The closer up you get, the better the shots. Then you won't be able to stay just so badly damaged. Most of a shot with no damage you cause the enemy. But farther away, it doesn't take as much damage, even though your weapons have been augmented. Whoa! I wasn't expecting that thing to show up. Unless that was another one that popped up out of nowhere. Yeah, oh, that's good. That is the right. How the hell did he get all the way to frick over here? Yeah, I know, dude. I think there's something over there. Besides the, rival. I'm pretty sure that's what I think it is. Whoops. Yeah, I'm letting them fire. I'm trying to see exactly what's over here. Okay, that's the camp. Pretty amazing how you can just go ahead. Hey, guess what? I can move it. Whoa. Okay, time to switch. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try something completely different and dumb and stupid. Just give me a second. Nope, that's not the one I'm looking for. Ah, perfect. Anyways, I wanted to try this and use it private. And then just totally awesome. Look at that. You can see it like this, it's like a real reading plan. And like this, and it's like, hey, guess what? And you're right, this thing will fire regardless. You don't even have to worry about, you know, as long as you're just, you know, making sure that there's something sneaking up behind me. I still like this game's pretty freaking cool. Game devs actually did pretty decent on this one. Sound of this thing kicks ass, man. Oh my god. Ooh, I got a shit ton of legendaries. And I got ethanol, experimental Stoquest. Oh, rifle silencer, let's see, advanced med kit, pilot EMP cell, let's see, flash jacket ammo, that should, oh, legendary PM71, another minigun legendary. Dude, that's so freaking awesome. Thing's coordinate data, 110. This is just totally awesome. And I got armor piercing, but I also have 9 mil, so I got an extra 600 in reserve. Boy, it looks like these guys have been frying each other. Earned a trophy. Gangster style, baby. Is there something trying to smoke my butt? Oh, it's this thing up here. Okay, somebody just doesn't like me very well. Instead of having to, instead of having to keep crafting ammo, I mean, I understand ammunition necessities for the HP5, but I think I can get away with just collecting enough of the 9mm SMG flak jacket rounds and just use that, because the difference between a flak jacket and the armor piercing really isn't that much in terms of punching power. It'll still fry the enemy regardless. But whoops. I do like the fact that the HP5 doesn't really make any noise. That's probably a godsend, considering I have to, switch out between the PVD-90 and the KVM 59, because it makes quite a bit of noise. So it's this way the silencer. Well, actually, the reason why I can't hear the HP5 is because I have the silencer on the weapon itself. So it's not, you can't hear it when it's going off. Because normally, without the silencer, then you could hear the weapon going crazy. But since I got it on there, it's doing its own thing, and la-di-da. Let's see. Okay, that works. I'll swap out for the black jacket because I got 1800 on that one. That way, I can continue. I can still keep going in the fight. So let's do this, and let's see if I can strip some other crazy shit. This is gonna be fun. And the thing about this is that it works like the regular KVM. It fires just the same way. but it doesn't have the well, I wouldn't say recoil, but it's a lot quicker to use in battle, which is basically what a small submachine gun does. It's the way it operates. Unlike the PM71 or the N60. Now the S21 and the N9 I haven't really tried because it's kind of it's a completely different weapon, I guess. So it's a bit different than, you know, style and use. I drop it down there so I can get. Oh, never mind. I don't want to get rid of that. I need that as backup in case something happens. Alright, so I got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Wow. About the second, third longest session I've had. It's like you know, your cat gets into your potato chips and they're going, oh shit, those Cheetos are mine. I'm gonna go turn on the heater. This place is turning into an ice box. I got one of the portable mini heaters, you know, the ones you plug in. I'll warm up the place in like 10 minutes. Well. See, 87. I think on my next round, before I log off, I'm going to recycle some of the stuff in my storage box so I can actually make up some room, just a little bit. Ouch. Oh my god. If we ever survive this, our nation's gonna have to be rebuilt from the ground up. I'm talking not figuratively, but literally. We're gonna have to pass amendments, laws, everything to make it stick this time, so we don't have to go through this again in another 250 years. By that time, I'll be a head in a jar. That would be kind of cool. Just like Futurama. I want to be between Leonard Nimoy and George Takei. Just because it's principle. I don't think I've ever seen William Shatner's head in a jar in that series. I'm pretty sure I might have missed it. But looks like there's something going on outside the base. If the music changes like that, that means some really bad juju's on the way. Definitely gonna put this experimental Silquist semi-auto in my storage box because I don't really have too many of those copies. So if anybody wants one, and if I ever get back my PlayStation Plus subscription one of these days, probably in December because next month's gonna be nuts anyways. That is if any of us have Social Security in December with all this shutdown crap going on, you know. Let's see, so I'm going to do that. Come on. Does anything not work on this thing? I swear to God, what was Facebook thinking when they changed the algorithm on the app version? There we go. Now I can hit it. Ugh. I swear it's like, well, the like button was underneath the reply button, and then they moved it over to the right. So I was always hitting reply, thinking I was hitting the emoji button. I'm like, where the hell is it? And this tiny little thing, and I'm like going, do you think you could make the emoji button, the like button, a little bit bigger so my fat thumbs, I mean my fingers are not that big, but I got big hands and everything. It's like Andre the Giant size fingers, and you just tiny little button, and you're just trying to hit and you can't hit it. It's like crap, you know. So it's one of the things that maybe I'm just not able to. I haven't fixed the settings on this so the buttons are a lot bigger, but I haven't figured that out yet either. And I've had this phone for 5 months now. Well, because I had to get a new one because my old one was eating up. It was a burner phone, so I had limited memory, and the memory was just chewed up by all the updates. So it was malfunctioning big time. So I got enough room for that thing. And so I think I'm going to do this right now so I don't have to worry. I'm like, I drop everything as I go. I'm going to take out the small fuel cells and the large fuel cell and anything else that's over 10, and then just drop it into my character weight, and then go recycle, and then just go crazy on something else outside. Probably going to go to the 152 airbase, the Ostermark one. Just because I'm going to have a little fun here. Okay, so let's go 70. See, the thing is that you have to have everything in sets of 10. So if you have 77, you bring it to 70 and port it on your character. Because a lot of times, a lot of people kind of screw up on it. Oh, that can't be good. Music is changing that much? That means something's just parked itself outside the base. Like maybe 5 or 10 feet away from it. Because that's just some bad juju. And sometimes the enemy will actually come inside your base. Okay, if you're like you're just starting out and you got all the weak weapons and your storage box and resource station aren't maxed out levels yet, yeah, they sometimes will come inside, and they've done that. Hunters, doggos, sometimes roly polies, sometimes not all the time, but once in a great while they'll show up. And sometimes the Polaris or the tank will just be blocking the entrance of the base, and they'll try and fire on you from the outside in. And it's like, okay, you know, and it's just, that's how crazy it is. All right, I'm gonna take some of these and recycle. Just to take off some of the weight. I'm not going to go crazy because I there's not a lot of I know a lot of people don't want to spend, you know, the next 10 minutes trying to figure out what I'm doing with all this stuff, but I'm just gonna knock off about 5 or 6 pounds worth of extra weight, and then just go to the other ones. Because I don't need all these epic Bintafkas. So I'll just take out the first 3 purple ones and call it good. That way I'll have some extra weight when I need it. That way the legendaries I'm going to hold on to, because people are going to want legendaries, you know, because then you can mod them like crazy and then, you know, go to town. But this HP 5 just rocks, man. I mean, this thing just kicks ass. I mean, it may not be a strong weapon. It may not have its ammunition may not have as much punch, but it's still fun to play with, because then you could just do all kinds of crazy stuff, like doing a Broadway musical, you know, like Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire doing Singing in the Rain or White Christmas, and they're doing all the dances. He just points your HP 5 in any kind of direction doing that, and just hammering the trigger, and it's just, the bullets are just going around in a complete circle, and then coming back and hitting a target behind them. And you don't even have to aim. Okay? That is probably one of the best parts about the HP 5, is that you don't have to worry about aiming the damn thing to get a quick kill or a surefire hit. I mean, you can just dance around, play around, and just do your thing, man. I mean, the other weapons are good, you know, but this thing has its unique ability. It's just it's a game changer, and it's also a fun thing to mess with, you know. And I always thought that the targeting sight, this thing this yellow in front of me that looks like it's covered by a grill plate, it looks like that's something that came out of a cigarette lighter in your car. Or it looks like a hot burner plate you plug into your outlet on top of the kitchen counter. And I'm thinking, I want hot dogs or steak right now, and I'm staring at it, and I'm like, oh, this is just great. So yeah, that's just Let's get till I haven't eaten nothing really. Well, I really didn't have. I had a nacho plate earlier, but that's all I had. That was like at 4 or 5 o'clock this morning, and it's like 12 hours later. Yeah. So I'm gonna mess around a little bit more, and then I'm gonna save the game. I'm gonna save the game progress, and then I'm going to go fix something. So you'll have a whole 2.5 hours worth of watching stuff. That's just crazy. I'm gonna take that one out too. That way I can just recycle, and then I'll go back to recycling. I want to try to keep as many legendaries as I can. Keep a couple of the epics in case I have extras, but I got so many of them, it's not funny. Okay, it's like, that's why my storage box is so weighted down a lot. And so, okay, there we go. Okay, don't worry about that one. I'm gonna recycle these standard resistant arrows, because I finally hit 20, and that's been sitting in like this in this box for most of the year anyways. Oh, it's the air conditioning inside the base that's throwing me off. Still, the music kind of like, okay, it's doing its thing, it's doing its thing. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna add the SFMJ. I don't think I've got any. I'll add that to my list, so I'll have extra in case it happens. I mean, I don't have to craft it. Let's see, flamethrower, napalm. See, I got 600 explosive BMG ammo. This was before they changed the modding system on the game, so you couldn't possibly make any more. Okay, I'm gonna chuck all the gasoline into my recycling. That way I could free up 24 pounds. I mean, literally, that's how much it takes. You know, it takes up a lot of weight for gasoline. Of course, everyone should know this when you got a canister and you got to fill it at the gas pump and then carry it off. You're carrying like maybe 3-4 pounds worth of gas, maybe 5 if it's one of these big giant ones like the one seen here. So yeah, because back in the 80s, everybody was carrying those puppies around. Okay, now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna do this. I mean, I got to thinking, maybe I could test the HP5 on the Apocalypse tank that's over in the 118 area, anti-118 air base. I mean, it's kind of cool. Seriously? I did that? Ah, I forgot about the weapons. That would have been kind of weird. That was close. You gotta make sure you don't accidentally recycle your own weapon. I would have recycled my own HP5. Alright, let's see what kind of mischief I can get myself into this time. Okay. Okay. Well, I've already done... Let's just go here. I know it sounds like kind of productive bouncing back from one of the familiar safe houses and everything, but I'm not going to push my luck tonight. I'm just going to end up just going here for a few minutes or so and then just, you know, enjoying a good last few minutes of fighting. Speaking of which, 9mm some armor piercing as a backup. Cool, that works. So I can switch between armor piercing and flak jacket rounds. And the reload. Actually, I'm going to beam over here. A little bit quicker. Doesn't matter. By the time I get over there, it'll be Oh. Say hello to my little friend. I just barely tagged him on that top one. For some reason, he just did it right. I mean, that almost went over. That shot nearly went wide on that one. Huh. Almost level 160. Okay, I got 8 dual purpose, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna swap over. Thank you. That way I can have some fun. Okay, so it sounds like there's a tank over here. This area up here where my targeting site is pointing to, Firebird Heaven over here. That's where they usually pop out from. So it sounds like someone's having some a barbecue party over here. Yeah, I see it. Who are we fighting? Who are we fighting? Who are we fighting? Oh. I'm not gonna get too close. I'm just gonna fuck this guy up. Oh, there he is. I think I said, where did the damn thing guy go? Oh, there he is. I thought I overshot. I thought I overshot the hunter by 6 or 7 feet. Good. I'm seriously depleted on my dual purpose rounds. Not that it wouldn't be an issue crafting more, but I usually not this low during normal game sessions, but sometimes I recycle more than I should. So I'm kind of short on a few situations. And it's like this happened already like 4 or 5 times already. And I'm like, I shouldn't be doing that to myself because, you know, I'm just doing a noob mistake on that one. Got another 34. Whoops. What the hell did I... What the fuck did I just do that? Yeah, well, because I'm just so used to using the PBG-90. Okay, I'm going to jump over here for a moment. Oh, good. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna drag out my dog out because I think I'm gonna hit a mother load right here. What? Why did you deploy? Oh, I used them up already. Okay, never mind. Yep, that's fine with me. Shit. Oh, you guys are kidding me. Well, let's do this the hard way then. Not that I care, but... Oh, because I'm pointing in the other direction. That's why it looks confusing. Yeah, no, I got tagged going back. That'd be a little tank. All right, buddy. I'm counting 3 tanks top, possibly. And since I don't have my doggo as backup, I'm going to have to do this the hard way. And this will be my last battle for the night. I'll be first for a couple hours. This is a bit ugly. So let me just do this. That way I can move around freely. I'm counting 3 tanks. 4 tanks. Dude, I do not kiss on the first date. Get away from me. There was just a spot. Oh my god, look at the daughters on this thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to take you guys out. I do that deliberately so I don't have to fight tooth and nail for everything. Whoa, get back over here. Dude, get away from me, I can... I gotta start using my, doing this deliberately so I can clear out the spread fire. that means something's around here. Or was. I think I got everything. I'm gonna double back and sweep just to be a safe side. Sometimes they land right on top of their comrades. So it's like, oh, I didn't know that was happening. I did that quite a bit the other time. Sometimes you just can't see them. Not nice, you can just walk right through them down tanks. And of course the, oh there we go. The ground makes it kind of impossible to pick up on stuff. You know, because the enemies tend to blend in with the surroundings. And sometimes they just land right on top of each other. I think I got all of them. Yeah, come over here for a moment. So just remember to save your game data after each session. And I hope you found this particular session pretty fun and enjoyable. Probably one of my better ones. Usually I don't get so mixed up in a lot of battles, but today is tonight was pretty good, actually. So, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to recycle, and then I'm going to call it a day. £153 worth of loot. Not too shabby. Back up here, make sure everything gets done its thing, and then I'm gonna close it out probably for tonight. Maybe get some sleep after I eat. I like it when the order of resources is all screwed up. We know that's not thread, we know that's not weapon parts. It does it sometime. Alright, enjoy the evening, and I will see you guys again.